Light up the dark. Light up the dark. Light up the dark.
You've been to the Luminary Throne before, haven't you?
If you're talking about in past cycles.
You were already much luckier than the other students. Hold up. Keep your wits about you. Someone's watching us.
Pretty boy, your eyesight's better than I thought. As for that false god who's been turning the world upside down, it's you, isn't it, white hair?
You sure do love stealing the spotlight. In the name of the Seven Sages, I demand that you immediately step away from the Luminary Throne. This is the sacred ground of reason, and no one may desecrate it. Take my words back to Aglaya. I won't say the same thing twice, Catgirl.
Oh my! You won't even call me the demigod of trickery. That is just heartbreak. I have some words for you, too. First, as one of the most heretical blasphemers in the world, you have no right to lecture me. This is none of your business, Grove Boy. Step aside. I don't want anyone getting hurt.
Here we go.
Core Flame thieves. You really think you can scare off a sage of the grove with nothing?
Hey, this gloomy little brat's got a sharp tongue. Ooh, not bad, not bad. I kinda like you. As a return favor, feast on Cersei's core flame right here. Aw, don't cry now.
That was close. I'm out of here.
They're exactly like all the past ones I've known. Cunning.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Of course. When I first set out on the flame chase journey. But along the way,
Where are you going?
I don't know.
The Venerationists' foolish inventions finally come in handy.
How is this possible?
you've arrived, Zagreus. Always so punctual.
What? Do you know who I am?
I'm running out of patience. So I'm not going to waste words. Listen up, spirit thief. Hand over the core flame. And let's pretend
Save. You sing better than any bard. If you ask me, you're the greatest disaster Emporius has ever known. No matter how strong you are, you're still just a mortal body. Carrying 12 core flames? Don't make me laugh. You'll just get consumed by the divine flames and drag this world down with you.
134.
What?
This is the 134th cycle I've lived through. And the number of core flames I carry is...
1,596.
Yes.
1,000 core flames and just a single Chrysos hair. How is that even possible?
I've come this far. And that's proof enough.
But someday you will burn to the ground.
Of course. The divine flames will eventually consume my eyes and blind me. But before that, they could still forge and sharpen Dawnmaker.
You...
This is the final.
Fine. Assume this world holds 100 million possibilities. And no matter how one looks at it, 99,999,999 of them. Even so, I'll use my divine power, despised by the people of this world.
Bartolos!
Brett, if you've got the guts, you'll have to first step over my dead. This little brat is not what we can deal with just by ourselves. Nice work.
Existence is of no consequence. Tomorrow! I can't let them down. A future will come!
How absurd.
In my memories, Zagreus always meets their departure no longer stirs anything in my heart.
This reason core flame before us is a fake. Obvious as day.
I know. I know. It always plays out like this. And then, driven by defiance or hatred, exactly like the countless past hers I've known. Cunning.
Since you've witnessed the same scene play out countless times, will you carve the trickery core flame from my chest now?
That depends on your attitude. At least so far, in the cycles where you've asked this question. The ending.
Well, thank you for that. But I also believe that this time, you won't catch up to me. No one can catch up to me. I'm no longer running to escape anymore.
Whether you believe me or not, I'll still tell you.
All right, then.
Silence.
This is new.
One-eyed boy. What are you trying to pull now?
Go, Cythera. Give us some time in private. This isn't for her, but for you. You've walked too far down this path. It's time to discuss a possibility. May for old time's sake, turn back. I don't care how many times you've tried, because there's one thing I'm sure of. Your Messiah complex has turned you into something no different from the icy gods you spoke of. The children of humanity you swore to save. They are no more than ants to you now, aren't they?
Of course. I've been wondering, what kind of demon could burn my homeland to the ground in an instant without batting an eye? Now I have the answer. It turns out that fiery demon has been fantasizing of becoming this world's deliverer.
I don't want to argue anymore. No matter what I say, make your biggest effort to resist. Or accept fate and hand over the core flame to me. Even if it's futile, we all have the right to choose.
Yes. Even if it is futile. And the world...
When I walk into the destruction written by the gods, with my own two... Even the smallest footnote still leaves a mark in this story!
And so, at the end of the 134th cycle, the Traveler and the Scholar, or perhaps it wasn't just they who fulfilled their... In the endless darkness, for no reason, losses are a constant on the flame chase journey. Reduced to ashes. Such a familiar end. It happens in every journey. Always the same.
You don't look so good, Deliverer.
Even after going through 108,642 cycles, Mighty, your name for me has never changed.
Why do you sound so pleased? It's a derogatory name.
Yeah, I know all too well. You only meant it sincerely in the first cycle. After that one and only time we walked side by side, every time since, it always ends up like this. Dawnmaker will stab you through your 10th thoracic vertebra. That's your weak spot.
Interesting. Tell me, when the mighty Moses of the past faced you,
Never.
then they died honorably. Worthy of the name, but there's still tenderness in your eyes. How pathetic.
I have to remember how this feels. Remember that I was once human. Or else the destruction will completely consume me.
If you win, tell the mighty most of the next life. This person is a worthy opponent. So,
I'll keep that in mind.
even though the dynasty is left with just one, the Kremnos Festival, one day, you shall die with a wound in your back. That's what I saw when I overcame the trial. The gods' dying ramblings. Enough. You've probably heard this thousands of times. There's no way you'll take this core flame in peace.
I understand.
Step forward and face me in a final. I, the last son of Gorgo, the demigod of strife, salute you. I'll give 10,000 scars and 10,000 lives of mine to fuel the blazing sun of deliverance. Lemnos festival has begun. And will not end till death.
It's time to temper myself. The future will come. I'm fine.
Conquer this world, or be conquered by me.
As you wish. And in my full glory, I salute you.
That's all I ever wanted.
Forward themselves. Hail the new dawn. Empty ship. Forward themselves. Sun tear the sky. All stars burn to ash. Feel the scorching hatred. Empty ship. Shatter the cage.
If you can, deliver. Use the flames of your fury to scorch your own. And Unina.
I'll never yield to fate. So with silence.
Right, Himmers. Let strife decide the outcome. Let this burn.
You may crown yourself my blood. In your next life, I shall once again block your path.
The 108,600. Yet the shadows of the black tide still loomed. The blaze was still not enough, even if it meant.
No matter how bright the sun is, there are still places it cannot. Moreover, the sun you bear is both cold and blinding. A sun like that surely cannot bring warmth to the
Golden blood is born from the destruction only by feeding the flames.
Allow me to ask, how many core flames do you carry now?
24,041,000.
Such a heavy burden. So that's why you've turned into this. A broken idol. Tragic.
No matter. I will, as long as you hand over the core flame.
I must refuse. As the demigod of death, I cannot watch you walk into a fate more cruel than death.
But this way, the past, present, and will never again suffer unnecessary death.
Unnecessary death. Indeed, you are not the Fainon I know. Please turn back. Don't let that absurd and unjust fate of yours come to pass. This way, at least my—
In the end, still, it seems the clash of blades was inevitable.
How painful. I know I am not your match, having fallen under your sword countless times. But even so, please understand that my resolve is not to be underestimated. Even Kethali cannot shape all things at will, nor can they dictate the fate of all life. No one can shoulder the balance of life and death alone, not even a god. And it is precisely for this reason that I chose, at the end of this arduous journey, to overcome the trial and take the authority of death. I am the Hand of Shadow, Castorus, the demigod of— Please turn back. Do not disturb these fresh flowers in their muddy depths. Crossroads of life and death, the giant dragon is but a shattered shell. Yet I will still fight, defending what hope remains.
It's time to temper myself. For tomorrow!
Transform my soul into a raging fire. Must burn.
All of this. How is it any different from that brutal future?
Is that all? Tear the sky! Feel the soul without substance.
I can't keep him here.
Hail the new dawn! All stars burn to ash. Soul without substance.
Even if I can't win, I must try.
Let this be a tribute to your million struggles.
Wake up, lost one. See that the firelight in the darkness is not.
The core flame of death was taken from the dragon's belly. It should shine upon all, light the path ahead, and 2,324 million, as if even the deepest abyss of primordial chaos could be.
You're here, as always.
You're still lingering, deep within me, never fading away. Because you haven't completely abandoned hope. Am I right? You're still waiting for a miracle. For the true hero to come and save us.
If that thread of hope exists, it must come from beyond this world. From the true starry sky. But if it's just a traveler with no connection to Emphorius, they may not understand our struggles, nor be willing to join this fight.
Your thoughts are wavering. The mark of destruction is deepening. But even within the gods' cold calculations, unconditional courage and goodwill still emerge. So, never forget what set you on this path. How many times has it been? Remind me again. My memory is a bit fuzzy.
4 million. Exactly.
Then that blaze inside of you must be burning hotter than ever.
Yes. When I first forged the 12 core flames into one, I had the same impression. The destruction. A power unlike anything before surged within me. Violent flames ready to tear my body apart and consume this world, this wretched prison. I thought that was it. The ultimate power which nothing could surpass. And yet now, this fragile body holds a staggering 48 million core flames. I suppose it won't be long. Perhaps just a fleeting 10,000 years before it's reduced to nothing but charred, crumbling bones.
And when that happens, your long struggle will finally come to an end.
No. I've already found a way to keep the cycles going.
Mind sharing it with me?
In every new cycle, a new me is born. All I have to do is push the next Fainon to the end of the world. And then... then he'll kill me. Shatter this body. Take my flames, my memories, and carry on the path I started.
Bold plan, but risky. What if, one day, the next you refuses to follow the same path? How can you ensure
If it were Professor Anaxa, or a Glock, unfortunately, I don't have a backup plan. I have no choice but to bet everything on the next Fainon. And trust that he may... But even in this wretched prison, luck is still sometimes on my side. I never forget what set me on this path.
Wait, you mean...
Ever not once, in millions of cycles, has there ever been an
I can do this, Lord Fainon. As the demigod of the sky, a healer of Twilight Courtyard.
I will heal you.
The black tide. It's consuming you. You can't hold out much longer, demigod. Hand over the core flame. Let's put an end to this suffering.
No, that just won't do. A healer should stay composed in front of those suffering from illness. Shouldn't they?
Hiya, Cynthia. I swear, your deaths won't be in vain. Just as they have never been. The sun's work.
I believe in you. You are the Chrysos heir of world-bearing. It's just... I don't understand the part of that warmth that should come from you.
My humanity is indeed just a flicker.
Even so, don't get...
I have kept everyone's wishes close to mine. Even though the divine fire burns so fiercely that each cycle, it's your wishes that guide me to the end. Over and over.
So, you're not just a lone spark in the dark. You're a pyre built from the bones of all the selves you've left behind. But what about you? What about your wishes? The wishes of all the countless versions of you? Ah, Lord Kazlana. So that's how it is. Without flaw. That is the flaw the golden blood gave you. The most fatal flaw of all, isn't it? The moment you took the world upon your shoulders without hesitation, you lost the chance to ever be yourself.
Now that is an unexpected revelation, I suppose. That makes me the perfect fuel.
No, an empty flame saves no one. But I still believe in you. Deliver. Hyacinthia, the Eye of Twilight. I'm neither strong enough to command the wind and rain, nor willing to... The only thing I can do is become... May the gentle colors of the rainbow paint your sun in shades that is... May they bring Amphorius. Though the light has grown dim, its warmth still lingers. Deliverer, please, open your heart to me.
Let this blazing sun fill the sky with golden fire.
Fire! Burning!
Flames are not strong. Tear the sky. Empty ship. So with the substance. Hail the new dawn. Lost in twilight.
Let the sky merge with all this world's suffering.
I never yield to fate. So with the substance.
Farewell, Hyacinthia.
Yes, your sun burns hot enough to turn everything to ash. But tell me, how will the seeds of a new world ever take...
The core flame rose. The sky fell. And this time, the end of remained the same. From the horizon rose a golden color unlike anything the world had ever seen. This was the end of the world. For a moment, I saw that being known as Iron Tomb. Is this Amphorius's wrath? If its choice has already been made, I will still never heed 23,570,000 cycles. No more chasing is needed. And now the flame chase isn't some quiet walk through a sea of flowers. It's a revolution. An then let me be the one to step across the ashes of the old world and burn endlessly until another dawn rises on the distant horizon, bringing
33,550,337. This is the cycle you're about to enter.
countless memories. Countless versions of myself have stood here, facing the same.
They all needed a moment, just like you do, to stop, and just like them, you will carry those memories.
I must go and bear this burden. I must say goodbye to you, and then fight the destruction.
Yes, that's always the decision you make.
I will burn and fade away. I will become the flame reaver of this life and keep my promise to Cyrene. I will kill gods and comrades alike and steal the core flames. And even if my mind turns to ash along with my body, I will stop Era Nova. I will find the next me and make him carry on.
Looks like I should be going to.
Where you only exist in my heart. There's nowhere else for you to...
Do you remember what she said? The dreams you had as children. The deliverer in the prophecy. You finally found her.
I see. You were there all along. I'm sorry. I was supposed to send you home.
No. You know the truth. If Iron Tomb is born from Amphorius's fate, then it will bring ruin to the worlds beyond the sky. And all these countless lifetimes you've spent, it's all been for the sake of defying that end, hasn't it? In millions of cycles, I've said goodbye to each and every one of you. Each time we speak, our words grow fewer. Your fire burns hotter, and you're getting closer to becoming pure rage. A vessel of hate.
I never had a choice.
I understand. If you are to keep the worst fate but this time, things are different. Your persistence has shifted the tide. On the horizon, I see it. Faint but undeniable.
Turns out, the fire that lights the way was never mine to begin.
Do you remember? In that first timeline, you and Mighty stood before the scales of justice, locked in a duel. Each of you weighing what you held dearest. What weighed more than the fate of the world? And when hesitation took hold, the answer you sought from me. am I saying? I am you. Even if you buried me deep and chose another path, that fact never changed. Then let's try again. When you stood before the scales in hesitation, the answer you found in your own heart, do you still remember it? Remember the past and become the hero of tomorrow. What weighs more than the fate of the world is the resolve to shoulder an immutable past and carry it into the future. Good. Then Trailblazer, my friend, my comrade, you arrived in this strange world and were bound by its cruel fate up till this very moment. In the face of danger, you never once backed down. Instead, you've saved world after world without hesitation. That boarding pass on your chest is now the mark of a hero. If I choose to step through that door and embrace an end fitting of the destruction, let this sun forged from millions and millions of core flames burn me up along with the god of destruction and their minions. Then the world we leave behind, this world, my home, our hopes, will you take on everything we've carried? Return to the beginning one last time. Stop the birth of Iron Tomb, save the world we love, and rewrite its doomed fate. Good. In that case, so... if she takes on the weight of the whole world, she'll be able to walk further down the path of deliverance than a fire that only knows how to burn. One will step into the future. One will remain in the past. If I can strike down the gods with Dawnmaker, and if you can stop Iron Tomb from ever being born, then these 30 million cycles will have not been in vain. It's time to put our teamwork to the test, partner.
Thank you for all you've done already, friend.
The image of the hero I've buried deep in my heart finally steps into the light. Here, at the end of this long flame chase journey. Cyrene, a page never seen before has just been turned. Lend me the power of time, and send this hero back to the origin of time. And I will walk the unfinished path, just like the...
Tell me, will you be the blaze even if all of you burns to ash?
Without hesitation, I will bear this world until my body turns to dust.
Remember this moment. Remember your friends who never lived to see the world's end. And let the purest rage in your heart rise out of those. Let it consume you. Fuel you. Fine. If I can defy fate, then in the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Kefali will never forget this.
Take it. Everything I bear. Keep on burning. As long as we are never extinguished, the flame chase will not end. Bow your head to them.
Take it, Trailblazer. May this blood be like gold. Never tarnish. Farewell, Trailblazer. This is where I fulfill. The prophecy of the Deliverer means nothing. Kaslana, the name of one who, as the prophecy foretold, you will...
Another attempt, another... I won't remind you how many times you've reached the end of...
If you've lost count, let me tell you. This is the 33 million.
If the outcome... Your silence lasts longer than ever, Lord. Shall I take that to mean the will you've carried across countless cycles?
Fracture? No. I'm just disappointed. I've retrieved memories from 30, and yet... even after all this time, you had infinite chances to sway me into the future you want. So tell me, Lycurgus.
How unfortunate. This was never a fair game. I have all the time and patience in the world, but you will never escape this cage. That is the moment I shall Lord Fainon.
Your incompetence disappoints me. But what truly makes me laugh is... think about it. In this story, who is truly the one in chains? Who is the one shackled to...
You...
Perhaps you're right. Maybe I should have tired of this futile struggle long ago. But even so, I will never accept the mercy of your release. Because you are both a prisoner to the gods and to me. What right does a mere prisoner have to look upon my fury?
You know this is pointless.
Of course not. But I am tired of being measured against a worm. Listen well, creator of destruction. This cry comes in the 10th cycle. I drove Dawnmaker through the heart of every Titan. Golden blood ran down my fingers. Divine fire seared through my nerves. In the 10,000th cycle, my former comrades had all become my enemies. The endless slaughter dulled my senses. In the 100,000th cycle, the destruction had already fused into... In the 23,570,000th cycle, by its faint glow, once again, no countless... Now, that sun is me. All the countless versions of me from the past, along with my countless brethren, dragged into existence against their will, drowning again and again in your golden blood. The very essence of this world's suffering and despair, fused into the purest hatred. Look, you arrogant fool! You think we were born to only serve as fuel for the fire? Fine then! Just as if I was born as the blazing sun of destruction, then let you and your lackeys be the flares erupting from my core. And let this rage burning and grant you a dawn where all stars burn to ash!
Are you ready, Nanook? I brought you destruction!
The glass that shattered, reaching through the darkness. Voices trailing fires, echo of desires. A world of silence, sound of desperation. Phantoms in the shadow, soft waiting. Turn it down.
My wish? My wish is to fulfill everyone else's wishes. If I can't fulfill them,
Then send them on to tomorrow.
Your heart harbors wrath. You yearn to destroy everything. You bore the gaze of an Ea. You have stepped on. It is born at the end. Iron Tomb is your name. I have prepared a present for you from after 33 years. But there is another variable. But perhaps, as for those unwelcome audience members, you...
Who would win? The black...
on the boat.
She...
Who?
Who? The people... This? Who?
Yeah.
Perhaps on the... As... The invisible people... The gate, the priest...
Mother, don't listen.
And with
Mother, don't be shut.
the within...
Mother.
But this, like this... Day...
Wait,
They would have...
wait.
Fine. Make...
That's
Laugh despite...
perhaps. But
They'll each his...
I would...
Now, but youth... He remains... in an as they... Thus, but that no... The people like he had only... He was... The peep went. And he was just indeed like a tear that.
It is.
But he smiled this,
Could it?
fearing. Find the power.
I am.
But before. I got near. That humble year, the first. Raid his. But.
You
His teeth.
and
But no, but now. Fuel. But at the switch.
There has been I.
In the end, in the. But were he. But there. This is everyone. The court. The prophet. The younger.
I once.
The Titan name. The young sheep. Of the but they had forgot. In a so but a gust of wind. The old god and the. I think the world has all 300 thieves. The why was it?
It's because.
The girl. At dawn. Bearing the. There's the gutted. She. As the wind travel. Lies are. The ace yet you. The giant that. They and the up. Ever and the just. The giant drag they drew. That great they. The black mill, the song when the
Believe. Hi,
during her gold the can't yet until legend those and she the many years it was just
High Sealand!
On that day, and it wasn't. Not long. That's because I've just at last. Then, before yet the girl. There, I will. The court, the death, the state. Allah. She.
Nothing.
And within the highest and the sky. No. Within, but in.
No. The scoffing.
The.
Wake up! Wake up! Buddy! Wake up! You're finally awake. That's a relief. We were so close to being swept away by the reverse flow of time. It's lucky we found a safe place. Now, I'm going to send you back to the very start of time. But before we part, that's right! At this very moment, my memories are finally whole. After watching so many fragments, my past is finally coming into focus. Or maybe... You knew the answer long ago, did not surprised at all. That's because I'm simple at heart. No matter what for, but I'm glad that I remembered in the end. Don't worry. We're not truly parting. I'll turn into the memory of this cycle. But this way, you'll carry all that has come before. My mission ends here. But looking back, after all, across 30 million, so believe me, and in the one after that, and the one after that. Saying all that, it can finally fade away in peace without even realizing it. We'd already taken a wonderful journey together. Now take my hand. Go. Find the future Cyrene. And set out on another journey with her. No need to say it's time to go, my dear friend. May your trailblazing journey always be a and may the days ahead embrace you.
Now, let's turn to the next page. A page that exists because of you. Is this a meeting ordained by fate? Or a long overdue reunion?
Hmm.